Chapter 9 Tell No One. The next morning at school, Alfie opened his locker to find a note that had been slipped under the door. It had been made from letters cut out of a newspaper, and there was no name at the bottom. The boiler room. Okay, so it says boiler room, lunchtime, tell no one. The boiler room was deep within the vaults. Okay, vaults are like storage room lah, like storeroom of the school. It was strictly out of bounds. Out of bounds, that means no one can go into. All children. Alfie looked behind him to check no one saw him. As he sneaked down to the spiral staircase can Google an image what it looks like, that led to it from the playground. Keep out, read the sign. Slowly, Alfie turned the handle and pushed open the heavy door. It creaked. It was dark inside, and the hiss and gurgle of the giant boiler was so loud no one upstairs could hear you, not even if you screamed. Realizing this suddenly, Alfie felt a shadow of fear passing over him. That means Alfie was scared. He was afraid. Perhaps being lured, that means tempted down. Being lured down here was some kind of trap. From behind the boiler, out stepped a figure. So there's a figure, a short figure with dreadlocks. Okay, remember the girl with dreadlocks? I think it's Gaps. Gaps, said Alfie as he breathed a sigh of relief. Whew. Why are you meeting down here? We could get into big trouble if a teacher found us. Keep your voice down, hushed the girl. You don't know who could be listening. Now, quickly, wedge, that means trap, that old blackboard up against the door so no one can come in. Alfie did what he was told. Gaps double-checked the door was secure and then rolled out a huge piece of paper she was carrying on the damp and dusty floor. Damp, that means wet. They knelt down to study it. Soon Alfie realized this was a giant map of the town. So this is a giant map of their whole town. Gaps had drawn it in some detail and had written notes in colored pens by certain homes. Urgently, she pointed out places on the map as she spoke. 2 weeks ago, November 10, Jack Brown, a Wasp nest. Wasp, you can go and Google image, what is it? November 12th, Lily Candy, cat pool. Same night, Eddie Latter, a dirty old Veruca sock. So Wasp and Veruca, you can check what is it. Alfie was bemused. Bemused, that means confused. What is all this? He asked. November 13th, a Friday. That was a busy night, crisscross all over town. Ryan Skinner, a dead adder. Adder's like a snake. Twin sister Jessie and Neil Godwin, a giant scat. Origin unknown. Might not have been human. Heard deep sing. Flying ants eggs. Woke up to his bedroom buzzing with thousands of them. I don't understand, said Alfie. And last night it got me. My tooth fell out after I waggled it for weeks. Waggle it, that means shook it for weeks. Her tooth finally fell out. So I put it under my pillow as I always do. What do you think I woke up to find? I don't know. A bat's wing. No. Yes, still flapping. Must have just been ripped off the poor beast. Alfie couldn't believe what he was hearing. The girl was gathering pace now, that means talking even faster and faster. There was no stopping her, so no one could stop her from talking already. So I started asking around the school first thing this morning and realized it was happening all over town. Kids here, and here, said Gaps as she pointed out a number of houses or flats on the map. Were all targeted last night, and the calling cards got worse, much worse. A beggar's paw, a snail that had its shells pulled off, hundreds of centipedes creeping and crawling under some poor girl's pillow, a filthy sticking plaster sodden with pus. The boy couldn't help but shudder, shake. That's disgusting. Whatever's happening, this is just the beginning. Who is doing this? Asked Alfie. The little girl shook her head. She didn't know. Her dreadlocks followed soon after. Nobody knows. None of the kids I have spoken to saw or heard a thing. First they knew of it was when they woke up in the morning expecting to find a shiny new coin. So nobody knows. None of the kids I have spoken to or saw or heard a thing. First they knew of it was when they woke up in the morning expecting to find a shiny new coin. So when they woke up in the morning, they put their tooth under the pillow, they're expecting to find a new coin, okay, a shiny new coin, but they found all these disgusting things. And you didn't see anything last night? Nothing, replied Gaps. I lock my bedroom door at night, and I live on the 17th floor of a block of flats. So tell me, how did they get in? Alfie thought for a moment. Well, they couldn't have done. They did, replied Gaps firmly. For a moment, she looked lost and thought, maybe they flew in. Alfie couldn't help but laugh. As far as he was concerned, the little girl's imagination was now running away with her. So now Alfie thinks that the girl's imagining too much already. Come on, Gaps, that's impossible. Gaps looked at him. Nothing's impossible, Alfie. Still, he was not convinced. Maybe we should take this map to the headmaster. Now it was the girl's turn to laugh. Mr. Gray? She asked in a mocking tone. He's useless. Besides, he allowed that demon of a dentist into the school. So, Gaps said that Mr. Gray, the headmaster, is useless because he allowed Miss Root, Miss Root, the dentist. So, they called the demon of a dentist. So, Miss Root into the school. Alfie's mind was whirring now, that means spinning around. You don't think Miss Root could be involved somehow? So, Alfie asked, do you think Miss Root is involved in this horrific nightmare about all the disgusting things found under the pillow? Is Miss Root involved? Alfie asked. Gaps thought for a moment. No, how could she? All these different houses all over town in one night. It's just not possible for just one person. No, I suppose not. But there is something very strange about her, said Gaps as she stared off into space. Whatever you do, don't try her mommy's toothpaste. It burns through stone. What? Asked the girl. This was a new piece of the puzzle. Yes, I dropped a teeny bit of it and it went right through the bridge. I threw it into the canal and it killed all the fish. Glad I wasn't stupid enough to take a tube, proclaimed Gaps. So Gaps is calling Alfie stupid to take a tube from Miss Root. Alfie didn't like that one bit. So Alfie didn't like Gaps calling him stupid. Gaps, Miss Root made me take it. So it wasn't Alfie that wanted to take it. It was Miss Root that made Alfie take it. So it's not that Alfie is stupid. Whatever, the girl smiled. It was clear she enjoyed winding Alfie up. So the girl enjoyed making Alfie mad, winding Alfie up. Look, between us, we have got a lot of evidence here. Evidence is 证据, said Alfie. I say we forget the headmaster. That means don't go to the headmaster. Go straight to the police.